everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Every wide receiver in the NFL wants to be a top target, and two players will be trying to be that today. It's Jones's Bills going up against Green's Bengals. On the call here tonight, let's send it out to our guys in the booth. That's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. Tonight we kick off Week 7 with a great Thursday night matchup here between the Buffalo Bills and the Cincinnati Bengals. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Easy.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And it'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
So 2nd down, 3 yards to go now. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. The wide receivers, often a very, very talented group, and that's the case here.
And they don't mind showcasing it either. Those guys love to be flashy, love to make big plays out in the open field. They will attempt to do so in this game.
And to give this time to the tailback. Fighting through. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. The defensive starters now for Cincinnati.
Geno Atkins is an absolute force as a defensive tackle. Forces every offense that he plays against to alter their game plan.
Two yards to go here on 3rd down. Here comes the D swarming to the line. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Rodgers going to throw.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
He'll field this at the 5. Call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Now a first carry from Giovanni Bernard. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And here's the offensive unit, and we highlight a very good guy, A.J. Green.
Let's just make it simple. He's a game breaker.
Dalton throwing on 2nd down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
And that's the kind of pass that adds up over time, Brandon. You may not have picked up a 1st down there, but if you keep chipping away at it, eventually big plays may result.
offense coming up, needing 2 yards on third down. Dalton gives to Bernard. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. That's pulled in at the 32. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. You took the words right out of my mouth. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. 1st down coming there on the intermediate passing play. That's been a point of emphasis, they told us in practice, using those medium routes to keep the defense off balance.
And it wasn't just them telling us. We got to watch them practice it and work on it because they've been trying to fine-tune it and get it right before this game. And I think they have to be happy with the result.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10. They'll come out in the pistol. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that is incomplete here.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or 2 in and bats it away.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. Now the defense definitely showing blitz here. Throwing now is Rodgers. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups. And they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Wides in the game, 4 of them to the right side. Now Rodgers. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Darquez Dennard. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range. But boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board. But give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
And some room to roam now. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time.
Dance class, anyone? Did you see the steps between the quarterback and the running back on that counter play?
That's what you need for a good counter.
You have to have it because you're setting up your blocking. There's a timing element as well, but they have to marry up their steps. Otherwise, that timing gets thrown out the window.
Timing was great there and a big run. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. But other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
A solid pickup at 13 sets him up first and goal. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with a football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. Scrimmage back at the 6. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Andy Dalton. This will be caught at about the 6. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a third down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
Third and goal from the 5. Maybe a little play action situation coming up. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
And they might think about going for it here, but it's still just the second quarter. Take the 3 points, tell the defense you believe in them, and let them get the ball back for you.
And the 13-year man puts it through. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. And we were scoreless up until this point in the second quarter. Now we finally have a little action.
Let's see where this action takes us. First quarter, no points at all. Now we've got our first score of the game. Well, does that signal that we're going to get more as we go along? Or will it revert back to what we saw in the beginning of the game?
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding him to no gain.
Rodgers to throw on second down. He's going to let this one go deep. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And it's third down. Well, he just threw an interception last drive. Nearly another pick.
And things aren't very even right now, are they? It's a little bit sloppy out there, isn't it? It's kind of just for driving on those paved roads and those country roads that have those potholes in them, isn't it? Because that's the way this game's going right now. A lot of bouncy bounce to it.
You spent some time on some Tennessee country roads.
I certainly have. Plenty of family back there. God love them.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. He's going to try and go deep again. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Taking it about the 36. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Giovanni Bernard, touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. And the lead will grow by 1 more. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. 12 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a Buffalo first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
On play action, now Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Vontaze Burfict. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe bashed it.
Super toe.
And they're definitely showing blitz here. Throwing. Dalton on the screen. Bernard. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 11 yards and time and a new set of downs.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
So they're operating in the red zone. Shift together here from the D-line. It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. This will be caught at the 2. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. So we have now seen connection number 1 between Dalton and Adriel Jeremiah, A.J. Green.
Say that again?
Adriel Jeremiah.
Look at you. You are full of knowledge and information. And you know something? I bet Andy Dalton learned his full name as well because he figured out quickly, this is going to be my number 1 target. I got to know this guy in a big way.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. Now a carry for Bernard. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Giovanni Bernard, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. And he'll bang that one through. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Second down now after the pass completion. On play action, Rodgers. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's got time in the pocket. Going deep. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Another look for Dalton on 2nd and 10. And he rifles one incomplete. So a second down incompletion now brings up third down. They send Green to the left on his own. Third down, a shot here for Dalton. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And here come the Bills. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Rodgers will try again on second down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion. From the gun on third down, Rodgers. He's going to sling this, and for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Darquez Dennard. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. It's a gain of 21 that time. And it's good enough for a Cincinnati first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. operating in the red zone now. His throw caught at about the 5. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now a toss play to Bernard. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Andy Dalton, he's going to air one out. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, a great read, and it's picked off. A look at the offense now here coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On first down, Rodgers. His throw incomplete. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down.
Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, maybe expecting a throw. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Here's Rodgers. The left side completion to Jones. They went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to break up 4th. Here's Jacob Shum now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. This is taken around the 12. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there, and the Bengals take possession. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They come out here in the eye. They'll start on the ground here with Bernard. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Yeah, I think the blitz there really disrupted the draw.
Yeah, and it's usually when you catch them in a blitz, the draw works pretty well. If you're the offensive coordinator right now, that's visor throwing time, isn't it? Because that's supposed to work in a big way.
And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 to mark him down at the 39. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. Give the tackle there to Daniil Hunter.
I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
And he gets it down to the 32. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game. When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now Bernard. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24. Jerry Hughes on the stop.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Football's such a game of tendencies, down and distance, and on 3rd and inches, 3rd and 1, you think, yeah, the fullback's probably going to get the ball, but when you get to 3rd and 2, most of the time that's either the running back or a pass play. That's a nice tendency breaker by the offensive team there. Hand it to their big guy to pick up a first down.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
So often you hear defensive coaches talk about we need all 11 on every play in order to be a good run-stopping unit. And sometimes it starts to sound a little cliche. But did you see the free safety on that play? Knifing through and running down the ball carrier. A huge, huge play. And when you have a free safety who can run like that, you've got to turn him loose.
And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. Again, here's Bernard. Room here to run. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field.
When a coaching staff sees their team run the ball this successfully in the 4th quarter.
And he's in. Touchdown, Bengals. Giovanni Bernard with touchdown number 3 here in this game, and 17 now on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Now Rodgers on the bootleg. He's going to take another shot. And my goodness, another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. So a designed run last play. Now Dalton to pass. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from toting the rock that much.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. Third down, a shot here for Dalton. He gets this one to Boyd. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Now Dalton. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block him.
Here's Bernard. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. A pickup of 7 there, but they'll still have 12 yards to go on third down.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Here's Dalton. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And the Bills offense comes out ready to take over. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He completes it to Jones. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. And quickly, they get to the line. On second down, here's Rodgers. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice. Able to get a hand in and tip it away.
Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. It's caught. Jones. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. 11 yards on the pickup, and the Bills are going to have a first down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Carlos Dunlap, the defensive end, the one to bring him down. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. It's a 4-receiver look, all to the left side. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. And throw right side complete to Parker. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Rodgers now on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. That is caught at the 7. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. So an excellent throw and an excellent catch there.
Zone coverage, which means you just have to find the open areas in between defenders. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And again, it's Rodgers. Flushed out right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Now, this will be the 9th play on this drive. Defense showing blitz. And here now it's 2nd and goal, ball on the 7-yard line. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
What a game this defense has played. They're pitching a shutout, so it'd be fun to watch down the stretch to see if their defensive coordinator continues to be as aggressive as he's been all game long.
They'll run with a fullback, Gronkowski. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. It's the fullback, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills cut into that lead.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And this is going to be recovered by the Bengals hands team. And they're going to hang that all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now out come the Bills. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. and that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Well, an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play. For the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually hit the ground and didn't go in the other direction.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Now it's Rodgers. And Jones has it over the middle. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Rodgers now on first down. He's going to let it fly. And that is caught. Oh, what a catch at the 5-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Julio Jones, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills get a bit closer. And his kick is right through. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these 2 teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's